What's the deal, YouTube? What's the deal, YouTube? And welcome to Hard Hitting Sports. It is December the 31st. I apologize. And today we are talking about the top 5 athletes of 2014. And before I jump into my list, let me just say this list for me was absolutely grueling because there were so many athletes that could have made this list. First of all, let me just give a few honorable mentions. Number one, Terence Crawford, phenomenal boxer, had a tremendous year this year. Another honorable mention will have to go to TJ Dillashaw, the UFC champion who defeated Renan Barão. I thought he had a phenomenal year as well as Rhonda Rousey, the women's UFC champion. And there's a lot of other guys who under other circumstances would have made this list. But I had to narrow this down to my top 5 athletes of 2014. So without further ado, let's dive into my top 5. And then I'm going to leave the floor open. I want to hear what you guys think. What are your top 5 athletes of 2014? So starting off with number 5, my number 5 athlete on this year's list goes to Mo'ne Davis. That's right, Mo'ne Davis, the Little League baseball player. She was the first female to ever grace the cover of Sports Illustrated. Phenomenal year for Mo'ne Davis. She ended up being everywhere, marching in the Macy's Day Parade. A phenomenal year for her. Unfortunately, her young team did not win the Little League World Series, but a phenomenal year for Miss Mo'ne Davis, and that is the reason why she is number 5 on my list. So number 5, I'm giving it to Miss Mo'ne Davis. All right, number 4, I put 2 guys at number 4. I didn't give it to one person because I couldn't decide which guy to put here because I thought they equally had great years. And this is going to cause a conversation. I already know it. Number 4, my number 4 guys on this list, I'm going to give it to both Leo Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. Both fantastic in their own right. I don't feel like having that conversation, so I'll give it to both of them because I know it's going to be a conversation among people that watch international football. So I'm going to leave it to both Leo Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo at number 4. My number 3 guy, the number 3 athlete, my top 5 athletes of 2014 goes to none other than Madison Bumgarner. That's right, Madison Bumgarner is my number 3 athlete of 2014, and I hope my camera isn't freezing. I hope that the camera isn't freezing live like it is on my end because my camera keeps freezing. But anyway, yeah, my number 3 athlete happens to go to Madison Bumgarner. Madison Bumgarner is my number 3 athlete of 2014. Number 2, my number 2 athlete of 2014 goes to none other than Kawhi Leonard of the San Antonio Spurs. What a huge year for Kawhi Leonard. Pretty much putting the clamps on LeBron James, having a fantastic finals. And I might have to shoot this over. If this is lagging the way it's lagging for me, then I'll make a better video for this and I'll put it up later. But yeah, my number 2 athlete of 2014 goes to none other than Kawhi Leonard. And my number 1 athlete of 2014 goes to a man who's single. I mean, when you think about the Houston Texans, when you think about the Texans, the first name that pops into your mind is JJ Watt. JJ Watt had the best 2014 of any athlete that I've ever seen. 20 sacks. I think he's the first person to accomplish 20 sacks in back-to-back seasons, 5 touchdowns. And we're talking about a guy who's 6'5", 298 pounds, doing the things that he does. Just a fucking freak of fucking nature is JJ Watt. And that's the reason why JJ Watt is, without a doubt, my number one athlete of 2014. Like I say, if this video is lagging like it's doing for me on my end, I hope that's just the video that I'm seeing. Because if it's doing this, then I'm going to make another video for this. I'll shoot a better video for this. But yeah, I am going to put JJ Watt as my number one athlete of 2014. So let's recap my top 5 athletes of 2014. 5, I have Monet Davis, the little league baseball player. 4, I have Leo Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. I like them equally as good. 3, I have Madison Bumgarner, the pitcher for the San Francisco Giants. 2, I have Kawhi Leonard, the small forward of the San Antonio Spurs. And 1, I have the freaking fucking self, JJ fucking Watt of the Houston Texans. So that's my top 5. Let that debate begin, baby. Who's your top 5? Peace.